Right before you go to bed tonight, you'll probably check your phone, maybe scroll through social media, watch one more video, or reply to a message you could easily answer tomorrow. But for almost all of human history, none of those things existed. So what did our ancestors actually do before they fell asleep? Without electricity, without books, without clocks, without beds. The answer reveals something surprising, because the last hour of the day may have been the most important part of prehistoric life. For more than 99% of human history, people didn't live in cities. They didn't have houses or bedrooms. Most lived in small groups that traveled constantly in search of food. As the sun disappeared below the horizon, everything changed. The world became quieter, but also far more dangerous. Large predators hunted under the cover of darkness. Without light, humans couldn't safely gather food, travel, or hunt. Night forced everyone to stop. But stopping didn't mean going straight to sleep. In fact, the evening had only just begun. Then there was fire. Fire changed everything. It gave warmth, protection, light, and perhaps something even more valuable: time. For the first time, humans could stay awake long after sunset. Instead of darkness ending the day, the campfire created a small island of light. Families gathered around it. Children stayed close. Older members rested. Hunters repaired tools. Others prepared food for tomorrow. The campfire became the center of every evening. It wasn't just keeping people alive, it was bringing people together. Eventually, the work slowed down, and something remarkable happened. People started talking. No television, no internet, no music streaming, just voices. Stories about successful hunts, dangerous animals, strange places, ancestors, lessons. Some researchers believe these nightly conversations helped humans pass knowledge from one generation to the next. Long before schools existed, the campfire was the classroom. Every story helped children learn which plants were poisonous, where predators lived, how to survive. Knowledge wasn't written down, it was remembered, one story at a time. Before sleeping, there was still work to do. Stone tools had to be sharpened, broken spears repaired, animal hides cleaned, food stored safely, tomorrow's journey planned. Life depended on preparation. For hunter-gatherers, a single mistake could mean going hungry, or worse. So evenings weren't wasted, they were used wisely. Everyone had a role. Even children learned by watching. The night became a time of teaching, not just resting. Here's something many people don't realize. Not everyone slept at the same time. Someone usually stayed awake, keeping the fire alive, watching for predators, listening for unusual sounds. A sleeping group was vulnerable. A single person keeping watch could save everyone. Researchers think this behavior may explain why many people today naturally wake up during the night. Our ancestors rarely expected 8 uninterrupted hours of sleep. The night was often shared between sleeping, watching, and waiting. When the fire grew smaller, people looked upward, not at screens, but at the sky. Without city lights, the stars were astonishingly bright. The Milky Way stretched across the darkness. Planets moved slowly overhead. Meteor showers appeared without warning. For ancient humans, the night sky wasn't entertainment. It was familiar. It helped people navigate, track seasons, and perhaps inspired the first myths ever told. Many civilizations later built entire religions around the heavens, but before that, humans simply looked up and wondered. Eventually, the fire burned lower. Conversations became quieter. One by one, people lay down beside the warmth, wrapped in animal hides, surrounded by family, protected by the fire. Tomorrow would begin before sunrise, another day of searching, walking, hunting, surviving. But before every one of those days, there had been an evening filled with stories, preparation, learning, community, and a fire that brought everyone together. Tonight, before you go to bed, think about the last hour of your day. Maybe it's filled with notifications, videos, messages, or endless scrolling. For our ancestors, that same hour looked completely different. It was the time they shared knowledge, strengthened friendships, prepared for tomorrow, and looked up at a sky brighter than most of us will ever see. Perhaps the biggest difference between their nights and ours isn't technology. It's what we choose to give our attention to before we close our eyes.